Recording in progress.
All right, good morning. Let's call court to order. Today is Tuesday, October the 3rd, 2023. It's 9 a.m. Proof of posting, please.
The agenda was posted on Friday, September 29, 2023 at 9:15 a.m.
Okay, thank you. Let's stand briefly for a moment of silence, and then we'll have a pledge to the flag led by Jerry Ballard with the Veteran Service Office.
Everyone, please join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Jerry, if you would, tell Steve, I hope he gets well quick.
Will do, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Y'all have a nice day.
You too, sir.
All right, this time, is any members of the public speak to the Commissioners Court on business matters? Seeing none, we'll go to proclamations and resolutions. Under D1, we have proclamations that's offered by Commissioner Miller.
Good morning, and once again, it was an honor to attend the African American Preaching Conference. It was put on by the George W. Truett Theological Seminary over at Baylor University, and at their Lifetime Legacy Luncheon, they honored two Legacy Award winners. One was Reverend Dr. Claudette A. Copeland, and the other was Reverend Dr. Joel C. Gregory. Both proclamations were given to the honorees last week at the luncheon, and so today I simply just need a motion from the court to approve both D1 and D2.
Would you offer that as a motion?
Yes.
Second. Motion is second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. And that's for both,
Yes.
both those proclamations? Right, okay, thank you. All right, going to the consent agenda. No, at this time, actually, we want to have the opportunity to have a naming rights for Justice of the Peace Precinct 5's office. So, Mr. Miller?
Yes, good morning, and it's an honor to sponsor this agenda item along with Commissioner Jim Smith. I'm excited about this agenda item. From time to time, we have had these, but these are not things that we do all of the time. Under our management of county facilities, and I'm looking for my little note that I got from Dustin, but under our management of county facilities as the court, we have the authority, and we have done in the past, after individuals who have served the county in extraordinary ways, we have honored them with placing their name on some of our facilities. We did it in the past with Bill Logue. We did it with Roy Nail, with Sheriff Jack Harwell, Shep Mullins, and the Kelly Napier Justice Center. And so today I would like to offer for the court that we consider and approve the renaming, well, not renaming, the naming, because it
That's
doesn't
right.
have a name, of the Justice of the Peace and Constable Building in Precinct 5. And I would put forth that we would name that facility after our own Judge Fernando M. Villarreal. I sent out his bio, and I also sent out a copy of the proclamation we did when he retired. after 35 years. I'm going to read a little blurb from his proclamation, and then I'm going to offer the floor to Commissioner Smith. But Judge Fernando M. Villarreal, he's a graduate of University High School, McLennan Community College, and Baylor University. He's a lifelong resident of our county. He received his Doctor of Jurisprudence from the University of Houston Law Center. He has held the title of judge, attorney, sociologist, community leader, youth advocate, role model, and mentor. He is an awe-inspiring personality. He is the first Hispanic to be elected to the office of McLennan County Justice of the Peace. He came into office in 1990, and he held that position all the way up to December 31st of 2022. And he has a distinction I wish I had. He ran and was never opposed. Wow. In his 3 decades of holding office. And so I think we could not find a more deserving individual, a more staunch servant of the people, and a more man of character and integrity than Judge Fernando Villarreal.
Thank you, Commissioner. First of all, I'd like to say it's an honor to speak on behalf of Judge Villarreal and the naming of the Justice Center. And when, here in a minute, when you offer that as a motion, I hope that the court will afford me the opportunity to second that motion as an honor. 30-plus years of service. He went off to Houston, but he got back as quickly as he could. We're very pleased for that. Such a role model for not just the Hispanic community, but for our entire community. What a legacy of service, and I can think of no one more deserving of the honor than Judge Villarreal. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay. What agenda item is that?
That is N,
In 10.
N10.
If there's no more comments, questions, or discussion?
Let's get a motion second, then we'll have some comments.
Okay. I move that we name the Justice of the Peace Constable Precinct 5 building, that we name it after Judge Villarreal, and that the building from this point forward would be known as the Fernando Villarreal Justice Center.
I would second that motion. Thank you.
All right, any comments?
Yes, sir. I'd like to make a comment right quickly. I had the opportunity of meeting the judge back in 1993 or 4. Would that be correct? And you can also judge a man by his family.
That's true.
And in this case, it's very true. Everything that you said about him, you would say about his family.
That's true.
And it's an amazing accomplishment, 35 years, unopposed. Again, I'm jealous as well. But congratulations to the family. What an honor.
This is really fitting, I think, that we name this building for Fernando. I know his family also too, and really enjoyed his going away party.
Oh, yes.
That was a nice time. So I think it's a great honor for this court to be able to do this, and looking forward to when we do put the name on there.
Yeah, I agree with everything that was said. When I first came into office, like many folks, there was a lot more to learn. And he really helped me understand exactly what the duties and responsibilities of justice of peace are. But he was a student of that philosophy of doing all the things that you're supposed to do as a JP and do them well. And of course, the things that were really that stood out was his passion about the youth in our community. And many times the youth, like adults as well, can get off maybe the right path. And all of his measures that he tried to take was not necessarily to punish, but to get them back in the line of being good citizens of our community. So we will start designing a sign and those kind of things, and then we'll have a little ceremony at the proper time, working with the coordination with the family and friends to be able to make that dedication happen. So we have a motion and a second, and I think there's been adequate comments. So all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass. Thank y'all very much for coming.
Very much. This means a lot to myself, our daughter who's in Louisiana. Roy has always been by Fernando's side. And then his brother, Paul, and his sister-in-law, our sister-in-law, and they came in from Temple Belton.
Okay.
His other sister
Welcome.
could not be here. She's babysitting in Dallas. But we thank y'all very much.
Well, we'll set up a time that's good for y'all to make the dedication. So, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Going to the consent agenda, I do not have any recommended pulls unless someone else has a pull. Any pulls recommended by the court? If not, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as is?
So moved.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Might make notation that Commissioner Miller stepped out. Thank you. All right, Dustin?
Yes, sir. So Judge, if it's okay, we'd like to start on item G today. G is bids, RFPs, RFQs. Item G1's authorization of video surveillance security camera system quotes from Extraco Technology. G1A is regarding Justice of the Peace Precinct 3. G1B is regarding Justice of the Peace Precinct 5. I'd like to call on John Carter, and then there's also G1C regarding the tax office.
All right. Morning, John. Good morning, John. Hello.
Sorry, is that better?
Yes,
Lots better.
All right, we're good. Good morning.
morning.
Got too excited, got off the wrong foot there. So JP3, we've done a lot with this one, as you know. It's been deferred a number of times. We finally gone back and got another quote. This is our third time around. We wanted to make sure that we were getting the most out of this project, so we finally got it pared down to where it's 11 cameras. It covers the entire building, inside and out, virtually. Covers all the needed areas, I'll put it that way. And we have a quote that dropped from our last quote. Originally, we had, 27,106. We're down to 26,311 for this camera system. It's also, we wanted to ensure that this camera system was compatible with all the other camera systems we're putting in around the county, so there's a common interface, that sort of thing, and we gained some efficiencies from having, if you have the same system, then we can always have the same replacement cameras, all that sort of thing. This has been reviewed several times now, and it is recommended for approval at $26,312 is our current quote. And as you can see, most of that is $24,037 is hardware and licensing.
Okay. All right, any questions for John? All right. Is there a
John,
motion?
is this the one that we had the issues over about whether the microphones could pick up stuff in the lobby or not?
No, that's JP4 McGregor.
Okay, sorry.
And that's still coming to court at a later date. We're still working that issue.
All right, what's the decision of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Oh, go ahead.
All right, have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. All right.
All right. Then G1B is JP Precinct 5.
Yes, this is the same issue. We're having a camera system replaced here. This one we've gone over a few times as well. We've had to reposition a few cameras and get more efficient with the cameras that we do have there. This one, total, the total is $15,204.
All right, any
And it
questions?
has been reviewed a few times again and recommended for approval.
All right,
Motion to approve.
Second.
we have a motion, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
And then G1C is regarding the tax office.
Yes, this one, excuse me, is our main tax office in the records building. We're talking about 42 cameras there. Again, the same system, and it has been reviewed a few times. This one, $51,606. And again, this has been reviewed and is recommended for approval.
All right, any questions for John?
Motion to approve G1C.
Second.
Have a motion, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
Under item G2, authorization of recommendations. G2A is regarding bid 23-020 Castleman Creek Watershed Floodwater Retarding Structure Site Number 2 Repair Project. Ken?
Yes, sir. We received two bids on this, one from Janik and Whitten Construction, LLC, and one from ERS of MS, Inc. Janik Whitten bid $593,959.50. ERS of MS, Inc. bid $597,144. We recommend that McLennan County Commissioners Court grant the award for the repair of McLennan County Castleman Creek Watershed Floodwater Retarding Structure Site 2 to Janet and Whitten Construction LLC in the amount of the $593,959.50. And we have a supporting document from NRCS supporting this recommendation for this bid.
All right, any questions?
No question, but a comment. I'm impressed with the scope of this project and the magnitude of it, that hats off to the estimators that they could come that close independently of each other. That's
Yes,
amazing.
sir.
That's amazing.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Motion made, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
G2B is regarding bid 23-013 Chapel Road improvement. I believe this needs to be deferred.
All right, I'll make a motion to defer.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
I'm sorry, if I might just interject. This bid was kind of joint with City of Waco, and there was 4 alternates for water piping size and type. And we're waiting for the City of Waco to make a definitive decision for it to go through their council on selecting which alternate they will use.
So you're expecting to get it,
After their next council meeting,
Okay.
yes.
all right?
All right, moving on to item G3, authorization of proposal with simple texting for text messaging service for elections. Jared?
Good morning. So what we have here is we're going to have to implement a text messaging service for our voters who vote curbside. Currently, right now, the way the law works is our voters who vote curbside, they could call our office and then we let the poll workers know. There's a new law that mandates that now we have to offer a text messaging service as well. And we've looked at some different services. The one that we're coming up with here is a company called Simple Texting. We feel like this is going to be the easiest and most cost-effective solution to, make sure that we're in line with this new law. So if you have any questions for me, let me know, or otherwise we need to get this approved so we can start implementing this with the upcoming November election.
Okay, just one more way to vote.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it's just adding on to a way to vote as it is, so.
Just wondering if there's gonna be any more. I can't imagine.
Question, will,
Yes.
for those who might not be, I guess maybe everybody's familiar with texting, I don't know, but will there be instructions on what to do? How will you hand them
Yes.
instructions or?
Right. So along with this law is we have a parking space that's going to be dedicated specifically for those who vote curbside. We have a sign that goes outside there. It explains that this spot is designated for curbside voting only. And then we're going to have at the bottom, it'll say call or text this number, and it'll actually be our office number. And we like this option because we just have one phone number that they either have to call or text instead of two different numbers that are listed. So, and then what they'll do is they'll call our office or text us, and then we let the poll workers know, hey, there's a car outside. You need to get out there and go help them out.
Be it a small amount, is this an example of an unfunded mandate?
It is.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to check.
Exactly.
That's this week's unfunded mandate.
All
So,
right, all right.
Yep.
Thank you, Joe.
absolutely.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Have motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Thank you very much.
Jared, while we've got you, we can drop down to item N8 regarding the November 7th, 2023 joint general election, authorization of notice of joint general election.
Did you say N8?
N8, yes, sir.
Thank you.
So this is the notice of election. This is what we're going to post on the newspaper, post on our website, post publicly, letting the voters know this is what's on the ballot. This is where you can go vote early. This is where you can go vote on election day. We do have the updated list of vote centers on this notice of election. All of the entities that are contracting with us, and there are 9 entities, they're also going to be signing this notice of election. The vote centers that are listed on the back page, I've updated each of you on it. There was only one change in Commissioner Perry's district. One of the churches, China Spring China Spring First Baptist Church, was not ADA compliant, and it was just not going to be feasible to get that site ADA compliant. Thankfully, there was a church located directly across the street from there. It's an Unwavering Faith Christian church, and they agreed to let us use their site. And we did do an assessment on it, and there's going to be a few small changes we need to make, but it will work. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we need to get this approved.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
We can make a motion and then I can ask my questions.
Okay,
Move to approve.
Second?
have motion second, any discussion?
I did. Jared, help me. Under the current map, we had 34 vote centers. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and we added 12, making it 46?
Correct.
Okay, when I looked at, and I had engineering kind of I had mapping, kind of put those vote centers on a map. They're working on the new one, but it's not going to be much of a difference from the one that I have. But what I saw is that of the 34 centers that we currently have, 9 of them, or like 1/4 of them, are on the east or north side of the river. The remaining 25 are all on the other side of the river. And 7 of those 9 are in our outer cities. Our outer cities, 2 are in Waco proper. When we under the current map, I said the 25 are on the west side. 13 of those are in the outer cities. 8 of those sites are in North Waco, 4 in South Waco, and you have 2 in East Waco. When you added the 12, you did some improvement to the east side because you put 7 vote centers on the east and north side. All of those sites, though, are outside of the city of Waco. So it's still just the 2 that are in East Waco. When you added the 5 to the other side of the river, you put 3 in South Waco for a total of, now there are 7 sites in South Waco. And you put 2 additional ones in North Waco for a total of 10 now in North Waco. But you still just have the 2 in East Waco. And so I was a little perplexed because it seems in your areas where you have the highest number of minorities, because you have 80% minority vote in East Waco. That is your most economically depressed area with a medium household income of 19,000. So they have transportation issues, but they only have two sites. So like about 7,700 people over there. When you go and you look at the other areas, it seems that the more affluent your voter is, the higher the white population in those areas are, the more vote centers there are. And that's just how the map looks.
So we obviously tried to spread these vote centers out as evenly as we could across the county. As we stated in a previous meeting, all 4 of the commissioners are getting 3 vote centers each. That was a huge challenge in and of itself to try to accomplish. So we tried to spread these out as evenly as possible, including in your district. So, you know, finding 12 sites is a huge challenge. Finding any site to agree to it, to be ADA compliant, huge challenge. And trying to not stack them on top of each other as well was a huge challenge. So, you know, the fact that we're here and we do have 12 sites, and I do believe that, in my opinion, that they have been spread out evenly across the county. I think we've risen to the challenge and we have met the expectations that were needed.
I didn't realize we were going to come to this agenda item so soon. I was going to email this map to Dustin so he could put it up for the court to see. We did stack them. They're stacked in, if you look at the map, they're stacked in North Waco more heavily. And like I say, and as you move out, as you go out toward when you go in Woodway, Hewitt, and McGregor, that's where you see the stacking of them. And then you do have them in South Waco, but it's very sparse on the eastern side. And my concern is that where you have heavily minority areas or where you have the lowest number of vote opportunities. And as your voters get more affluent, and like I said, as those precincts are more white, you have more vote centers. I am going to send it to Dustin, he can put it up, but that's just a concern. And I'm looking at the optics, I'm simply looking at a map, and that's just a concern.
Understood?
Any other questions or comments? Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
I like a call vote. So I can
Okay,
vote no.
call for a vote, please.
Commissioner Smith,
Aye.
Commissioner Miller,
No.
Judge Felton,
Aye.
Commissioner Jones,
Aye.
Commissioner Perry.
Aye.
Pass. Thank you.
Thank you, commissioners.
All right, Dustin?
All right, I believe Chris Collins is in court, and we've got a few items for her, but if we could start with item N3, Greater Waco Chamber of Commerce Monthly Economic Development Report for August 2023. And then from there, we can go to item H5, authorization of second amended and restated agreement for industrial business grant with Think Power Waco for investment in real property. And then I1 regarding the program project agreement with Think Power.
Morning.
Good morning. How are y'all? What you have before you is our monthly report for our economic development activity, which you can see we've had 10 attraction inquiries for the month of August. That puts us at 76 for the year. Our proposals out the door have been 58. We do some vetting of leads when they come through the door. Some of them are not the right fit for the community, or we don't have the right attributes to meet the requirements of the request. So we don't submit on everything. And I would also just say that we are trying to be very conscious of the types of leads that we're responding to ensure that we're maximizing the natural resources that we have available to us for the near and the future, but that there are also high-quality job creation associated with them, and not just solely looking at the capital investment of projects. We are very conscious of that. We've had a number of on-site attraction visits. We are exceeding our goal for the year. We're at 127% of our goal. So it's been successful year. When you look at our business retention program, we've had 7 visits for the month of August. Our business retention expansion director is back in the office now. And so we'll be really ramping up and trying to hit that goal of 100 for the year. So she's actively out there, multiple visits, even multiple visits a day to catch up to where we need to be for the year. But I would certainly just ask that if you get a request to attend and you're able to, it's very, very helpful in maintaining those positive relationships with those businesses. And they really do appreciate having their elected officials with them for those meetings. We've seen lots of opportunities that have come out of those for expansions, but also just kind of heading off any kind of challenges the company may have early out so that they have the opportunity to grow here versus looking at alternative communities. We've had a number of new projects come on to the list for this month. Some of those are expansions by existing businesses, but we were also seeing new attraction inquiries into the marketplace and looking at a variety of areas across McLennan County for business development growth. So we think that that's positive because we don't want it just to be all centralized in one area. We want to see multiple parts of the county continuing to grow, and that's been a great thing to see. When we look at the projects that we've had a really successful level of announcements for the year. We're at $1.2 billion in announcements, which is the highest level of in a single year that we've ever had. Job creation goal has been met for the year, and so has square footage. But we're not slowing down by any stretch of the imagination. So we're going to keep pushing forward because we know that things like the closure of the Owens, Illinois plant have an impact on the community. I mean, that's an 80-year investment that's coming to an end, but that also just reiterates why we do the things that we do, because we need to have those other companies coming into the marketplace to backfill and create new opportunities to help those displaced workers find new opportunities. So we are definitely helping as best we can. We have a job fair coming up on Thursday, the In Waco Job Fair, that'll be held at the Convention Center between 3 and 6 p.m. We have been targeting the Owens, Illinois plant with digital advertising of that as well, to make sure that they know that that's an opportunity for them to come and work with. We have over 49 employers that have already signed up for that hiring event. So there are lots of opportunities for people that are in the marketplace and looking for a new opportunity to come and hopefully get placed with an employer.
Yeah, briefly, I know you've done some analysis, and you and I actually called on the executives at Owen, Illinois, at their home base several years ago. What is your analysis for their reasoning behind closing this plant?
This plant was built in the 1940s. It's 80 years old. Technology has changed a lot since then. And so, you think about that, how that facility is structured. I'm sure that there's a lot of inefficiencies that they were trying to compensate for. But also, those boilers have to be rebuilt every 10 years. And this is purely speculation on my part, not anything that the company shared by any stretch. But we were coming up, I think, on the time frame that they were looking at the future and the cost to rebuild those. And I think that with the analysis that they were doing around consumer demand for bottles and glass materials, they probably had some excess capacity at another facility that they could bring that on.
Didn't they just construct a new facility in Bowling Green?
Yes, sir. They just constructed a new facility, so you're talking about more capacity and efficiency versus a legacy plant where you're probably close to $100 million to rebuild those boilers if you were going to do it. And so, when you're weighing those things, I think that, a business decision drove that. not anything that the community did to push them out by any stretch.
And are all their shops union shops? Or are they,
To my knowledge, all of them are union.
okay, and this was a union shop?
Yes, sir, this was a union one, and in visiting with the company in the past, they had a very positive relationship with the union, worked well together, and it was not a contentious relationship, so.
And I think the union's making an effort to try to place a lot of those folks too in other union
Yes, sir.
shops. So,
Well, and, you know, we have a number of new employers that are coming into the marketplace now that are hiring, and they've actually reached out and want to get in contact with those personnel that are being displaced so that they can perhaps bring them into their own operations.
And then, and I recall the only negative thing I heard at that, when we met with them, was the high property tax that they were paying here. But we did point out they weren't paying state income tax.
Correct.
And of course, I pointed out that the county tax rate is low and we're only a small percentage of the overall tax burden. So anyhow, but we didn't get any indication other than that. I mean, they didn't say that the high property tax was going to be a reason for them to do anything different, so.
Are they gonna post the property for sale?
Well, I don't know that. Do you know anything about the existing facility, whether it be remarketed? I'm guessing it probably would be.
I've reached out and trying to connect with their corporate real estate representative to find out what the plan is for that
Okay.
facility.
And I'm sure every commercial realtor's been calling them too here.
Probably.
So, okay, well, good. And I know Workforce Solutions and all is working as well on job placement for those folks
Yes, sir.
too.
Yes, sir.
And has no resemblance to what happened when General Tire shut down and the economy was bad and we were growing the county at the time. And so if you're gonna, for our community and for the company or for the employees, it's never a good time to get laid off, but this is in a much better economic environment and a demand for labor and skilled labor, and even to the minimum skill, showing up on time and things like that is very important. So,
Yeah, I don't see that the folks there will be unemployed for very long.
yeah, okay,
So,
all right,
so that's the economic development report for the
all right.
for the month of August.
Any questions on that? You got it in your packet? No other questions or motion to approve item on N3?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passed. And I think we have two items pertaining to zinc power, so H5 and I1.
Yes, sir. If we could do H5 first, that'd be great.
All right, H5 is authorization of Second Amendment and restated agreement for the industrial business grant with Zinc Power Waco Incorporated Investment in Industrial Real Estate.
Yes, sir. So, I apologize. What you have before you is the Second Amendment for the business grant with the industrial business grant with Zinc Power Waco LLC. This is amending the dates and the term of the business grant. So what happened was, per the contract, the company has to meet the investment requirements per the McLennan County Appraisal District. The appraisal district went through, they met all of the investment requirements financially on their end. But the appraisal district didn't capture all of that for the year. And so per the contract, they had not met the requirements because it was based off of the appraisal district's valuation of the site. Because it was valued at less than the amount that was required, they essentially got a benefit of reduced taxes being paid because the value was lower than the contractual number. And so what we're doing for this is we're just reducing Instead of it being a 5-year business grant on the real property, we're reducing it to a 4-year business grant. They met the requirements on the personal property side, so there's no change there. It's just reducing the term by a year.
All right, any questions on that? Seems reasonable.
And they've met the job requirements?
They've met all the requirements, yes, sir. They met the capital investment requirement, it did not appear on the appraisal district for the date required in the agreement. So now we've changed the date, but it does show up for the upcoming tax year.
Tax year, yeah. All right, any other questions? If not, is there a motion to approve the amendment agreement with Zinc Power Waco Corporation?
Motion to approve.
That would be H5?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. All right, going to I-1 regarding the program and project agreement with Zinc Power. It's authorization for payment request number 1, and it's the final payment as well.
Yes, sir. So with this, they have met all of the requirements for their agreement with the Waco McLennan County Economic Development Corporation. They've met both the real and personal property investment numbers, as well as the job creation and residency numbers associated with that. They've actually exceeded their job creation number by 25%. So we appreciate the growth that they're continuing to see. I would say that on the graphic packaging project, all of the steel that's going into the erection of that facility is going to Zinc Power for galvanization. So they're utilizing local suppliers in their facility. So it's been a great partnership to see that happen. So our request today is for the first and final disbursement of their WEDMET grant. I believe that number, Dustin, correct me if I'm wrong, $700,000? The county's portion being $350,000.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's right,
correct.
Chris.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the payment request?
So move.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Chris.
Appreciate y'all.
Okay. Dustin?
All right, Judge, we can move back up to item F, budget amendments, and did just want to point out, we're still talking about working on the agenda, and that's why we dropped down to G today, to get those items taken care of before we came to the budget amendments, but we're planning on the 17th to bring an action item to reformat the agenda and shuffle some of the categories around a little bit. Just wanted to point that out.
Okay.
So, Francis, F1's regarding the FY23 budget.
So just right off the bat, we need to pull with no action F1A.
All right. Move with no action.
Yes, sir. Okay, and so then moving on, and so these, this first section I'll go through are for FY23. So F1B, F1B is general fund for the 19th District Court. They are needing to increase their language translation line. They're requesting to move from another line in their budget. So of course, the year is done, but invoices continue to roll in, and we accrue back for 60 days. And so this is helping take care of those invoices. F1C, this is general fund for 170th District Court. They are needing to increase their professional development line by $300, also moving from another line in that department. F1D, this is general fund adult probation, requesting to move from the countywide contingencies into their repair and maintenance line. They are needing some additional funds to cover air filter services for the year. F1E, this is general fund for County Court at Law 3. They're requesting to move within that department into professional development to cover cost for that, the 2023 year. F1F, this is general fund countywide department. We're requesting to increase the other services and charges line. This is a line that throughout the year, as things come up, a lot of things get booked to this line that come up that weren't planned for. We're requesting to increase by $4,200, and this will cover the current Hub International services invoice. We, of course, budget for Hub, but like I said, other things have eaten into that account throughout the year. So sometimes it's hard to tell where we will land until the year is done. So. F1G, this is General Fund Constable Precinct 5. He is requesting to increase the travel reimbursement line by moving from his professional development line. F1H, this is Fund 401, the Permanent Improvement Fund. The request is to increase the line item for the Trading House Lake Park Beach project, as well as the line item for the ADA renovations to the Records Building. The Trading House Lake line, there was just some increased costs there, but the Records Building ADA renovations, there's an attached invoice that's directly attributable to with CP&Y. F1I, this is Fund 421, our 2021 bond proceeds. This is a very small budget amendment, but we need to increase the Road and Bridge 3 tower project line by $16, moving from contingencies within that fund. F1J, this is General Fund for Health Services Department. They are needing to increase the pauper burials line for the fiscal year. And so a lot of times we see that at year end. We have found some funds in a line item that there were excess. It's in Indigent Defense Department. And so we're requesting to move from that line into pauper burials for the year. F1K1, this is the jail, the Highway 6 jail. They are needing to increase outsourced prisoner transport, electronic monitoring, and food services. They're requesting to move the amount from full-time employees where there are excess funds due to vacancies. And then F1K2, similar but for Jack Harwell, they're requesting to increase other services and charges and food services. And again, moving from full-time employees due to excess funds in that line. F1L, this is General Fund JP Precinct 1-2, requesting to move within that department into professional development for 2023 cost.
All right.
So.
All right, no questions, I'd entertain a motion to approve F1B through F1L.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
And then we have a handful of budget amendments for 2024. Just to start off, we have 3 that we need to defer. So we need to defer F2B, F2B, F2C, and F2D1.
Okay, F2B, F2C.
And F2D1.
All right. All right, is there a motion to defer those 3?
So moved. Second.
All right, motion second, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Okay, so there are a few left to still cover. So F2A, this is in the Justice Court Building Security Fund, so Special Revenue Fund, and this covers the item you approved on G1B. So this is the security camera upgrade at JP5. FD2. This is the only one that's in general fund. This is a request to increase capital outlay by $600. During budget workshops, you approved 2 vehicles, 2 Dodge Durangos for Constable Precinct 1. The vehicles that are available without having to wait close to a year are each $300 more than was approved. So this would be a total of $600 increase. The vehicles are a different price because the floor plan of the vehicle is just slightly different. So that's different than the quote they had originally provided us. And that request is to come from contingencies in general fund. And then F2E, that's the other amendment from the Justice Court Building Security Fund. So again, a special revenue fund. And this covers the item that you approved on G1A. This was the camera upgrade for JP3.
Okay,
So it covers those costs.
there's no questions, there a motion to approve F2A, F2D, and F2E.
I have a question on F2E.
Okay.
Is that, So there, in the notes, it says that there was a, I guess it wouldn't matter, so. The year, we did a budget amendment on, I guess that just would roll.
So
Over.
the budget amendment, I think we came back and we redacted the budget amendment that originally went through. I'm trying to remember, but it'll just die.
It was pulled with no action.
Yes, that's the one that we've kept deferring, and then we pulled with no action earlier, then moved it to 2024, so.
Okay.
So it's F2A,
D
F2D2,
and F2C.
and F2C.
E.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
All right, moving down to item H, contracts and interlocal agreements. Each one is authorization of contract for services with court-appointed special advocates, CASA, for children in Clinton County. This was, Rolanda Burnson came and presented to court during budget. We had deferred this last court session as we need to make a few changes to the contract, but this totals $50,000 for FY '24, and funds are included in the budget, and it is recommended for approval.
All right, any questions? Is there a motion to approve the contract with CASA?
Move to approve H1.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
H2 is authorization of contracts for fire protection services with county volunteer fire departments and the McLennan County Fire Protection Association. These are our annual contracts with the VFDs. They receive $7,500 per department, plus that $122.98 per square mile of coverage in the unincorporated areas of the county. These are recommended for approval.
Okay, any questions? If not, is there a motion to approve these agreements?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
H3, authorization of financial renewal and terms amendment with United Healthcare Services for McLennan County Group Health Plan contract. Anna, does this need to be deferred?
Yes, it does need to be deferred. We're still ironing out a few last details.
All right, I'll make a motion to defer. Is there a
Second.
All right, have a motion second. Any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
H4, authorization of contract agreement with Janik and Witten Corporation LLC, bid 23-020, Castleman Creek Watershed Floodwater Retarding Structure Site Number 2 Repair Project. Ken?
This contract goes with G2A, with the recommendation going to Janet. And again, it kind of lists out for a sum of $593,959.50. The contract should be 132 calendar days, less state holidays, and we'll have a $750 liquidated damages for any days over the calendar days.
Okay. All right, any questions for Ken? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
H6, authorization of construction contract with Knife River Corporation South, construction of Panther Branch Road Bridge at Rock Springs Creek, bid 23-018. Ken?
I sent this contract off to, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting who it was.
Knife River?
Knife River, and I'm sorry, I didn't receive it back, so.
Okay, I make a motion, we defer.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Item H7, authorization of professional services agreement and related construction materials testing proposal with Langerman Foster Engineering Company for East Rayner Lane low water crossing improvements proposal. Zane?
Morning, Zane.
Yes, sir. Good morning. This proposal is for materials testing on the low water crossing on East Rayner Road in Precinct 3. It's estimated that the cost will be around $11,158 for material testing. It's recommended for approval.
All right, any questions? No questions. Is there a motion to approve the proposal agreement with Langerman Foster?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
H8, authorization of agreement for engineering services with BGE for Holy Road at North Cottonwood Creek low water crossings. Zane?
Yes, sir. So there's two low water crossings on Holy Road. They're very close to one another. And BGE, this is a recommendation to hire them to study both low water crossings. And the maximum amount of their contract would be 142,260. Again, this is for two separate low water crossings. It's estimated that they will be needing three 10 by 9 concrete boxes at each low water crossing. Their proposal has been reviewed and is recommended for approval.
All right, any questions?
Motion to approve the agreement with BGE.
Second.
All right, motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Thank you.
H9 is regarding the second professional consulting contract addendum with Lockwoods, Andrews, and Noonan, authorization of professional services invoice number 17B. This is from McLennan County Water Planning. It totals $5,500 for professional services. It covered the month of July and August. I do believe there is one mistake on the contract, the $40,000, but if we could approve the $5,500 and just, we're going to work on getting that, the amount spent to date, just make sure that is correct, if that's okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve $5,500 for professional services related to water planning through September 1st of 2023. Is there a second?
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Item H10 regarding the professional services contract with TLC Engineering, authorization of contract termination. This is for the grant administration services. And we received some info from Georgina on Thursday, and that has been shared with the court in their packet. There's a couple of grant opportunities coming up that may be a fit for the county. If it's okay with the court, we would recommend this contract termination be deferred at this time. Give us a couple more weeks to work with Georgina, and then we will update the court on the 17th agenda, if that is okay.
Okay.
Move to defer, Judge.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Moving down to item J, capital improvement and construction projects. J1's regarding the 415 Columbus Avenue site demolition proposal with Walker Partners. Authorization of engineering surveying services invoice. Ken?
Yes, this is an invoice for August in the amount of $1,000 for final documents for the demolition of that area.
All right, is there a motion to approve the $1,000 payment to Walker Partners?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
We have nothing under item K, real estate this week. Under item L, grants and grant proposals. L1 is our ARPA discussion. L1A is authorization of revised beneficiary agreement with East Crawford Water Supply Corporation. As we discussed before, a few of these water supply corporations need to bring these agreements back to add in some language, and they have requested that we add in as an eligible project, water well pump repairs, replacements, improvements, services, and related matters. So we just need a motion to approve the revised agreement with that language added.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve L1A.
Second.
I have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
L1B is authorization of American Rescue Plan budget adjustment. Francis?
Yeah, so this is the budget adjustment we periodically bring to you just to clean up the line items in the ARPA fund. So today, under section category 3, there are just a couple of little cleanup line items for $1.44 in total. And then there is an adjustment to the county legal counsel line under expenditure category 7. And that adjustment's $5,940 and is based on invoices we've received to date.
All right, any questions on that? If not, is there a motion to approve the budget adjustment?
So moved.
Second.
Have motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
And Judge and Commissioners, we've updated our ARPA spreadsheet. Would now be a good time to kind of step through that, or would you like to
Yeah.
hold that until later? Or
No, this is good.
all right, let me share my screen and just kind of update everybody where we are. And I know some of this sounds like a broken record, but just as a reminder, we had 49.8 million in ARPA funds. 10 million of that was lost revenue. You can see here our expenditures under lost revenue, including the Paul Tyson demo, the Fire Protection Association, BFDs that were non-501c3s, and then Tawakona Creek study and the City of Martin Dam study are also in this item. So that leaves roughly $9 million for work at the downtown jail. So stepping down to those non-county projects, that left about 25 million that we've allocated to those. This includes TSTC, MHMR, Waco Family Medicine, the other nonprofits, and also the 10 million that we have set aside for water infrastructure. You can see the 4.4 million for the arsenic issues, the 5.6 million for those non-arsenic issues. We have an item here for Old Springfield Road. We are still waiting on an update from the city of Waco on an updated quote for that. I'm moving the Tawakona Creek and the City of Mart project to lost revenue. That freed up about $105,000 that's still remaining inside that water bucket. I know the original quote on Old Springfield Road, if we use the existing right-of-way, was around 163,000. So just wanted to point that out, that we'll need to have some additional funds from another area to supplement that. Excuse me. And then stepping over into the county projects, we have the 5 million set aside for HVAC upgrades, which included the air purification work. We spent 362,000 to date on that. And then TJ, Ken, Zane, and I have visited with a mechanical engineering firm to begin work on those HVAC upgrades. We also have 5 million set aside for the downtown jail for the HVAC, and then other miscellaneous items such as antimicrobial finishes. We have 2.5 million set aside for low water crossings and culverts. We've done one project so far, the Trading Post Creek at 543,000, and then Zane has identified two others, the Holy Road and the East Rainer Road, that are ARPA eligible. So that would leave about $1 million here in this line item. And then as you can see, we have our COVID testing, the PPE, the base rental, all these from before. And then we have the ongoing continuing costs with Orvis, with LAN, and then also with Haley Olson on Mike services. So that leaves roughly 661,000 that is unallocated, and that is assuming those full, the 5 million, and 2.5 million are fully spent. Sorry, I know that's a lot of info, but just wanted to take that opportunity to update the court.
So what you're saying is there's a little over 600,000 that's not spoken for right now allocated out of the
That
total,
is-
assuming everything is spent down to zero in the allocations.
Yes, sir, that's correct. And the one thing that we have to keep in mind is that these costs are going to continue, and they're probably going to accelerate as we're in the subrecipient monitoring phase. And so we need to be very, very cautious. And I think Francis and Haley have some thoughts on that as well.
So you're saying the Forbes, LAN, and the county legal will continue to increase as we go through these projects?
Yes.
That's correct.
And that'll draw down from that 660 then?
Yes, and so
Okay.
you'll get into the stage where, like Dustin said, subrecipient monitoring will have to be done continuously on those subrecipients, also some monitoring on the beneficiaries. So those amounts will grow. So,
Well, you know, of course, my thoughts that would be if there's still money available at the end, and I don't know what the end looks like, it's kind of like, I haven't seen that light at the end of the tunnel yet, or that train coming at me, but there are some other nonprofits that had requested that I think are very worthy recipients. If we can get to the point where we ever know that we have any money, I'd like that to come up for discussion at some point.
Well, and I agree, and I think we have discussed it, and I think there is a desire to do exactly that. So we've always been thinking about, if there's money left, let's have a way that can easily be, that it fits, and we can easily transfer that money once we get that comfort level. that we're not gonna need it on these other projects.
And I know we've got to get that comfort level first,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah,
And nonprofits should be fairly easy because that's mostly lost revenue.
Lost revenue is what
Should
most
just
of them are.
that's right.
Some of them
And
really
they're,
didn't
they're still
suffer.
asking, and we keep saying, you know, keep,
Hang on.
pray, you know.
Yeah.
I know that some of them
Keep
suffered pretty
inflation.
good.
How many, and I guess this would be a question for Zane, is on the low water crossings and culverts, what, I mean, are there other projects that could fit in there or, things like that?
Can you restate your question again, Commissioner?
I mean, are there in the low water crossing culverts category there, or, I mean, do you have any, I mean, what, are there other eligible, do we know of any other eligible projects, things like that?
So long as bridges cannot be considered at this time, I don't have any other low water crossing projects on the list to be considered.
And there's still or chance that whether it's administration or politically on federal level, could change the rules and allow us to spend this money in a broader
Right.
sense than we are now. I mean, you got, one risk is clawback, and that's sure out there too. There's a push to get clawbacks on anything not spent quick. The other one is wait. That's broaden the language to let that money be used as it was initially intended. We have this both on state and federal level, but this is always a risk and an opportunity. So we're gonna keep watching and keep pushing to get these things done on the time, but it may broaden where we can, look at some other projects.
One other question for Dustin. Would it be possible, and that number may already be out there, Dustin, to group the requests from the nonprofits and give us a ballpark estimate of what that number is at some point in the future? Not today necessarily, but.
He's got it, I bet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can do that. I know, there were a couple that were fairly large, and then the court had gone through and looked at what would be eligible and what wouldn't. So we shrunk that number down. I think it was in that $300,000 to $400,000 number range, but we'll have that ready for next court if that's okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir. And I did want to point out too, I know Commissioner Jones has been looking at like emergency notification services too. So there may be some other opportunities if we do free up some of those funds in the low water crossings, and we can go back and visit with Forbes.
I'm talking about not freeing up funds, and I'm talking about some of that 661,000 that's unallocated. I mean, I'd want new and, more projects, that would benefit the citizens, and, the ARPA money would go to, lessening the impact on the taxpayers, so.
Very good. I think we just have to be mindful of those subrecipient monitoring costs as we go forward and get to a good comfort level on that.
Right.
Dustin, I wanted to ask you a question about Old Springfield Road.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
said we're waiting on an update to their quote. Does that take in that recommendation from, was it Forbes that gave us that recommendation?
Yes, ma'am. So Forbes's recommendation was that the project would be eligible if the line was adequately sized to promote future development. And so that's what we have asked Waco to go back and look at their quote and make sure that considered that and to update that quote.
Okay, and so we will consider funding from ARPA? So we kind of need to, when we look at the residuals that we have, kind of keep in the back of our minds that Old Springfield Road may come out of that revenue? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So there's roughly 105,000 left in that $10 million water bucket. So anything over and above it would need to come from elsewhere from one of those other ARPA categories.
Okay.
Okay, all right, what action do we need? kind of got?
Let's see.
Judge, I think this was just purely an update. I
Report.
think we approved Francis's budget amendment,
Okay,
so we should be good.
all right, what's next?
All right, give me a second to jump back to my notes.
All right.
All right, so moving to L1C, this is regarding the professional consulting contract with Lockwood, Andrews and Newman Incorporated, authorization of professional service invoice number 17A. This totals $14,611.54, and this is for their expenses related to the engineering monitoring under ARPA. It's been reviewed and is recommended for approval.
All right, is there a motion to approve this invoice?
So moved.
Have motions.
Second.
And a second. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Item L1D is regarding the professional services agreement with BKD Forvis, authorization of grant administration services invoice through August. This totals $6,731.61. It has been reviewed and is recommended for approval.
All right, any questions? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second?
Have motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
L2 is regarding the Office of the Governor, Criminal Justice Division, Rifle Resistant Body Armor Grant Program, acceptance of grant award. David Ives?
Yes, we applied for the Office of the Governor Rifle Resistant Body Armor Grant, and we have been awarded that grant. It is a total of $76,670. It is a 12-month program starting 9/1/2023. There is no cost sharing or match required, and that will allow us to purchase approximately 62 carrier and plate systems within this state's fiscal year for this program.
Okay, any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
L3 is regarding the Office of the Governor, Homeland Security Grants Division, Border Prosecution Unit Grant, acceptance of grant award. And back in March, the court ratified an application to be submitted for this grant, and we've been received notice that the county has been awarded $270,165 for personnel and other expenses. We just need a motion to approve this grant award.
All right, any questions?
Move to approve, Judge.
Second.
Have motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
L4 is regarding the Office of the Governor, Homeland Security Grants Division, 2023 State Homeland Security Program, LETPA project, acceptance of grant award. Back in February, the court approved the submission of this grant award. It's for funding for a remote firing device to remotely trigger render equipment used to counteract IEDs or other hazardous items from a safe distance. And the county's been awarded $108,377.51 and just need a motion to accept that grant award.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
L5 is regarding the Texas Indigent Defense Commission Indigent Defense Improvement Grant Program, acceptance of statement of grant award, mental health managed assigned counsel program. County's been awarded $40,526, and this is that multi-year award, so it steps down kind of each year as we go. And so, as I said, this year's total is $40,526, and just need a motion to approve the statement of grant award.
So if you don't think the state's participation is adequate this year, just wait till next year. It'll be less.
Fourth year, it's way less.
Yeah. All right. Is
Make a
there,
motion to approve.
Second?
have motion and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
L6 regarding the grant agreement with Department of State Health Services, ratification of financial status report for the detection and mitigation of COVID-19 in confinement facilities grant program. Francis?
Yes, this is just a grant report that we had to submit by September 30th. So we went ahead and did that, but are just asking the court to ratify that report.
Any questions? Not, is there a motion to approve the ratification?
Move to ratify.
Second.
Have motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
L7s regarding the Bureau of Reclamation Water Smart Grant, short form of agreement for professional services with LAN, authorization of service invoice number 17. This invoice totals $13,643.75, and it is for their services related to the Water Smart Grant, and it's been reviewed and recommended for approval.
All right. Any questions? If not, is there a motion to approve invoice?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Item M, Department Office Specific Requests. M1, Specialty Court, authorization of order accepting donations under the local government code. Francis?
Yes, we're requesting the court to accept donations for the specialty court for last month. One is a gift card with the intent to use it for the drug court, and then the other is a check for $100, which would be used for the veterans treatment court.
All right, any questions? If not, is there a motion to approve the acceptance of these donations?
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
M2, Health Services, authorization of Texas Health and Human Services, HHSC, County Indigent Healthcare Program, end-of-year reports. Heather?
Good morning.
Morning.
This is in compliance with our HHSC request, and what you have before you is our end-of-year report, Form 3086, just reflecting the total number of clients served along with our top diagnoses reported and our expenditures. And then we also have our optional healthcare services notification Form 3083, which identifies optional healthcare services the county has chosen to provide or discontinue, and there are no changes to that form for this year.
All right, any questions?
I
Make a
have a
mo-
question. Oh,
Go ahead, Pam.
I didn't have a question, but a comment, or rather a compliment. I see in her report that unduplicated clients served, that number is now at 700, and I think that just speaks to you and your department's hard work. I know that number, I've seen it to be like 50% less, and I know there are a lot of people in our community that need your services. So the fact that we're starting to reach out and they're becoming familiar with our program and utilizing it, I think it's just a testament to the hard work of you and your staff.
Agree.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
M3 is Human Resources. M3A is authorization of office closure. Anna?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'm requesting the ability to close the HR office down on October 26th of this year, and that's for our Employee Wellness and Lifestyle Expo event. Last year, we had quite the turnout, and we're expecting a similar employee turnout this year, and we just feel like it would be a lot smoother if we had all hands on deck for that day at the convention center.
Okay, good. Any questions?
Makes sense.
All right, I'll make a motion, we approve that request. Is there a second?
Second.
Have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
M3B, authorization for use of county credit card for recurring job advertisement purchases for fiscal year 2024. Anna?
Yes, this is an annual item that I bring before the court, and that's just requesting approval to use the county credit card for the purpose of online job advertisements through job boards and social media. Many of these sites don't invoice, and a credit card is a requirement. And so we have the budget approved for it, and this is just the request to be able to use that county credit card for these purposes.
Okay, any questions?
Make a motion. Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Thank you.
M4 is Road and Bridge Precinct 4, approval of order declaring certain property as surplus and authorizing the sale of said surplus property. Commissioner Perry?
Yes, we are working with McGregor this year. They're trying to slowly obtain enough equipment to start doing some of the street work themselves. And with that being said, they are buying an old chip spreader from us for $500, and I just request that we approve the order, or make a motion that we approve the order declaring certain property as surplus and selling it to the city of McGregor.
All right, any questions? Is that a motion?
Second.
All right, I have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Under item N, additional items for discussion and action. N1 is Heart of Texas Housing Finance Corporation, discussion and/or action regarding board appointment. And Commissioner Perry, I believe you may have some interest in this appointment.
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, I'd make a motion that, we, ask Commissioner Perry to serve in that capacity.
Second.
All right, we have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Not passed. So any complaints y'all have, go to Commissioner Perry. He's real handy. He'll be handy and,
Not on your personal homes, though.
okay, yeah, I mean pertaining just to this issue. I appreciate your willingness to serve in that
Yes,
capacity.
sir.
All right.
Moving on to item N2, discussion and/or action regarding appointments to McLennan County Park Plan Committee, McLennan County Parks Recreation and Open Space Master Plan update. And Judge, I believe you had a couple of names.
Yeah, I had a couple, and one was lives over in Precinct 2 in Mart, Pete Rowe. He is I guess, almost famous fisherman, and among others, he's famous for a lot of things. But that's a good one right there. But anyhow, boating access is important part of that, and I think he would be good on that. And then the other one would be Rick Tullis. Rick is in Precinct 4. He is a water enthusiast, kayaker, and those kind of things, and have an interest in improvements across the county, and would have good knowledge of that, but be open for other suggestions as well. Any others?
So you're suggesting both of those gentlemen?
I am.
Not to be competitive with each other?
No, we
Okay.
need several. So Dustin, why don't you give what this request fulfills?
Yes, so the recommendation from Mundo, who is assisting, is that the county judge and commissioner should appoint 1 or 2 members each to this working advisory committee. And this committee will meet with Mundo. They'll develop a survey and other methods of reaching out to citizens and also gain input from those selected to be on this committee.
I know both of them to be really nice men, but what I was going to interject, I wanted to say something nice about Pete, but I didn't want it to be disparaging against Rick.
Okay.
But Pete was the one that back in the mid-90s came to the court with the grant that ended up being what we have now as the athletic complex out at Mart. And so he was kind of on that ground level because he brought in the Commissioner Precinct 2 office at that time. And I think he still is president of the school board. But I think he'd be an excellent addition because he's kind of worked the process, especially with grants when it comes to developing areas for park use.
Right. Thank you. Any other?
Well, and I would second that with Rick also, he served for a long time on the Greater Waco Sports Commission, and he has an engineering background, and like I say, he's an outdoor person, so I think he fits quite well in that also. But my question would be, 2 members total, or each of us needs to bring 2 members to the committee?
I think each member could bring 1 or 2. So if we had a committee anywhere from 5 to 7, 8, 9, 10 members, that would be great.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought these were the 2, but you're saying we still.
Yeah, I thought these were the 2 too.
Yeah, we still need some additional members then.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
These 2 have already agreed, correct?
They will when I tell them.
I was going to say that the most important piece is how they're willing to serve, so that.
I promise you they will be willing to serve.
Okay, well, Pete's gonna be mine.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I see. Y'all already got y'all. And you got 4's got there,
Yeah.
2's got there. All right.
Well, and
Will, you and me.
And Will also understands that lake very well.
Yep.
As well, and so he could find somebody that.
I was gonna ask Rick Wigworth.
Okay.
Since
He represents the bass tournament people that fish out
he
there.
lives on the lake
and.
next to the park and all that,
Okay.
so, I was gonna.
Clear with him? Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else? All right. So is there a motion to approve those 2 recommendations that are brought forward?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Right, moving down to item N4, authorization of payroll deductions for the United Way contributions. And Anna, I don't know if you wanted to cover this or if you'd like for me to, but essentially we approved the United Way campaign, and we just need an authorization to allow for payroll deductions for county employees.
So move.
Second.
All right, thank you. Have a motion, second, any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
N5 is approval of updated jury selection plan for McLean County, and this was submitted by district clerk and the judges. It was originally passed in 1983 and then amended in 1992 and 1999, and it was just time to be updated, so it is recommended for approval.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, have a motion, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, pass.
N6 is approval of Texas County and District Retirement System plan changes for 2024. Francis?
Thank you. So in the adopted budget for 2024, as you all know, we included amounts to cover the funding needed to give current retirees a 3% COLA, also to incorporate a $1 million lump sum contribution. So both of those will, of course, affect our retirement rate. So we approved the budget, but this is just the formal approval of those plan changes. So the plan changes being a 3% COLA for retirees and the $1 million lump sum contribution. And if you approve those today, we'll get those sent off to TCDRS, and then the COLA and the rate change will go into effect January 1st, 2024.
All right, any questions?
Make a motion to approve the Texas County and District Retirement System plan changes for 2024.
All right.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Item N7, discussion and/or action regarding the courthouse Christmas lighting ceremony, including approval of orders for acceptance of donations, committee updates, and related matters. And N7A is approval of order for acceptance of monetary donations. TJ or Francis?
Good morning, everyone. I'll let Francis run through because I think we just need to accept the donations. I would like to just put in 2 cents that thank you to the committee and thank you to all the county personnel that came to the bake sale and the lunch plate sale. Huge success. We raised almost $2,500 for those 2 events. So that was awesome. So I thank everyone for that.
Great. All right, any questions or comments? This looked like we all have a good party.
And then in that action item for 7A, so you have an order that lists out the donations so far to date, as well as the amounts received for the bake sale and the lunch plate events. So it's a total of $9,196. So we'd like to ask for you to accept those amounts today that are listed with the intent that they would be used for employee appreciation events.
And Dustin has reviewed all this, to be sure there's no bidding violation issues there, so we'll be good.
Yes, sir. And Judge, we talked with Mike as well, and then also reached out to Jim Allison as well. So we feel comfortable.
We did. All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Move to approve the donations.
All right.
Second.
I have a motion, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
We could hold item N9 until after the executive session. Move down to item N11, discussion and/or action regarding hotspot information. Ken?
I spent quite a bit of time doing a little research here on hotspots. My count, and I checked with the auditor's office to make sure my count was fairly accurate. I count 186 hotspots, but want to point out that the majority of those hotspots reside in elections and adult probation. Elections has 75 hotspots. Adult probation has 58, leaving a total of 53 hotspots for the rest of the departments listed. And for the most part, those only have 1 or 2 hotspots in their department. We've had a number changing from the MiFi hotspots to being on the cell phones. So I listed those off to the side, which ones are on cell phones. And adult probation has changed 49 of their hotspots over to cell phones. SO has been changing a number of theirs over to cell phones. But I also wanted to point out in 2022 is where a majority of the hotspots were added. I counted about 22 hotspots were added during 2020 during the COVID period. And since then, 21, we added 2, 22, we added 2, and in 23, I think we've added 3. But also, too, the auditor is taking a look at the usage of the hotspots. And we have a few, and we'll get back with you. I don't think we listed that, but we have a few that are not being used maybe to their potential. A couple of them aren't being used at all that we will ask the court to see about cutting off. But we'll bring that back in another session here. But again, just outside of elections and adult probation, there's only 53 hotspots in the county.
So you're talking about bringing that back, so I guess this wouldn't require action today until you come back with
Yeah, with the recommendation what to do with the rest.
I'd like to see usage before
We can,
and I noticed you said not counting air cards. How many air cards are out there?
each one of the patrol cars has an air card.
I'm
and
sorry,
then
what?
Each one of the patrol cars
Okay.
has an air card.
Right.
That's,
They have to connect, sure.
right.
Okay.
And there's a few computers out there that also have air cards, but not very many, I don't think. But the majority of them reside in the sheriff's office.
And okay.
So do we know how much we're paying for
For
each one of these, or is it included in the cell phones? Is it?
the cell phones are additional $5
A month,
a month.
$60 a year.
And then the MiFis are $37.99, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, the election hotspots, that comes out of their budget, right? That's not general fund, right?
Yeah, but I was just doing a count.
No, I mean, I'm saying for costs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? What's the pleasure of the court?
I don't know that.
It's a report.
Yeah.
I would say approve Ken's report for recording purposes.
Motion to approve that.
Second.
Motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
All right, item N12, discussion and or action regarding Commissioners Court retreat or workshop. Judge?
Okay, this is idea I had. You know, after being involved in numerous retreats, there are some benefits to it. And I thought that, and I know what other counties, I don't know if we've done it before, we've done something similar where we had lunch in here one day working through budget. And I think it gives a little bit of a different atmosphere in a retreat or something like that, that you can kind of kick back and think and talk. And it's still, it's still a public meeting. We can't meet without posting and those things. But just want to get the thoughts of the court about that we would spend maybe a day, and then it could be that, and we decide as a court what items we'll discuss for that retreat. And then upon the conclusion of the retreat, we figure out if there's other things that need to have more research to come back, and whether it needs to be in a retreat format or just come back into a regular court session. So I just wanted to get kind of feedback from what y'all think about that. And I would think it really, for the best benefit of retreat, it would be a little bit more beneficial if it was off-site, but we still have to post it. It has to have public access, those things, but we could talk to Hard Texas Fair about using the base or something like that. They've got other facilities as well, but something that wouldn't be costly and wouldn't be an imposition on anybody. Just see what y'all thought.
This wouldn't be a ropes course to create camaraderie or something.
I promise there'd be no group hugs or anything like that. That'd be required, but you
No
feel.
trust falls.
Yeah. Not with this group. I mean, these are elected officials. You can't,
I think it'd be an opportunity to discuss, everything we discuss in here pretty much is current business.
yeah.
Give us a chance to look in the future a little bit and maybe do some planning.
And that would be the main focus, is to look at where we're going in the future. So, any opposition to it? Okay.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. All right, well, we'll bring back some suggested times and those kind of things. And, before we bring it back, we
You don't wanna
would
hug?
check with each one of y'all's calendars to be sure whatever we bring in would be good. Okay?
No Monday morning or Friday afternoons.
I would be, you're right. I would totally support that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay, Dustin.
All right, moving on to item N13, authorizations regarding implementation of employee gym membership program, One Pass Select through United Healthcare and Optum. Anna?
Yes, this is a request to move forward with implementing an employee gym membership program with the assistance of United Healthcare and Optum. And so this is a program that HR has been trying to bring forward for our employees now for a couple of years. We attempted to engage with 2 different companies, and we just found that their administration of the program didn't fit the county's needs. We weren't able to start a partnership with those 2, but in the background or concurrently, our team, specifically Stacy Vega, our benefits specialist, had been trying to push United Healthcare to incorporate McLennan County into their existing gym membership program network. And so that's actually been done. And so that's why we're moving forward this year with this program, United Healthcare again, and Optum. They have this existing program that seems to be working for other employers outside of this area. And the issue was just, again, McLennan County or the Waco area wasn't included in that network of gym partnerships, and it is now. And so what it is just a program that allows this third party to administer gym membership and sign up for employees that are enrolled in our health plan. And the way we are proposing to pay for it is the use of our discretionary allowance that's built into the service agreement with United Healthcare as our third-party administrator. So there isn't a direct cost to our health fund. It is through the discretionary allowance, which again, the goal of that allowance is to promote wellness for employees. So we would be using that portion to pay for it. And how it'll essentially work is there's an already established portal called One Pass. The employee would be able to independently go on this portal and select the gym membership they want. It would work to offer them both a physical fitness club that they could join and also at-home application to do at-home fitness as well if a physical gym didn't work for them for whatever reason. Right now, for this initial year, if the court approves, we're just beginning with only employees. And we'll be measuring participation to see if that needs to expand to other plan members, dependents, spouses, things like that. We first wanted to offer it to employees to see the participation level. Does the court have any questions?
So, I mean, in theory, it sounds like a good idea, and it'd be a real good benefit to employees. I don't know, so what would be the consequences if someone were to get injured? Is that a workers' comp claim if they're working out on a program that, I mean, like me, mentally, I'm very athletic, but physically I'm not. And so I would put the treadmill and gallop, and I can only do a trot. And so I would fall down and hurt myself. Is that a workers' comp claim, or is that?
It would not be a workers' comp claim. And so that's why we've been trying our best to get a third-party administrator of this gym membership program. So it's a completely other entity managing the program for our employees. And so in this situation, it would be Optum, which United Healthcare also uses for a prescription program. So it's their own independent portal. All we would be doing is providing an eligibility list of active employees enrolled in the plan and handing it off to them. And from there, it's kind of a partnership between the employee and Optum and their gym that they were to choose on the program.
So what would be the net cost to the, to our, let's just say to the taxpayers in McLennan County to afford this to our employees?
Well,
And so-
it's already built into our,
So
Yeah,
it's, I mean, we wouldn't have to add anything to it. It's already built into our.
So really, it's money that
it's a discretionary.
that
level.
United Healthcare gives us back
Okay.
as part of our contract, our overall third-party administrator
So it
contract.
doesn't, so us doing this or not doing this, it has no effect to the, let's say, the taxpayer.
No,
And we
to me,
don't,
it doesn't appear.
yeah, and we don't, the money sits with United Healthcare, that we don't pay invoices, we don't receive funds,
Okay.
it all happens over there. So, the costs for the health fair run that same way.
Yeah.
So we don't touch, it's not on our books, we don't touch those funds at all.
Okay.
I have a couple of questions. The difference between enrollment and participation. How will you monitor actual participation to determine if X number of employees are actively engaged in using this program versus X number of employees are just enrolled in this program?
So that would be something that we would partner with Optum. They'd be the ones monitoring and keeping track of enrollment through their portal. And so we'd be able to ask for periodic reports. Now, how often somebody goes to the gym, that's not something we would be able to actually.
So all we'll know is just who's enrolled?
Who's enrolled in the program.
That's it?
To access the gym, right.
I don't, well, okay, I don't know that really tells us how beneficial it is. I remember I've enrolled in 2 or 3 plans and never gone, so never,
And I would agree with you, we were spending tax dollars on it, but since it's
Yeah.
that money, that
There's no
funded that
options,
way.
there's no options for like the Great American Cookie Company? Okay.
Hopefully you would, it's you would see some sort of return in, our total spend, our total, people will be healthy, making healthier choices and things like that. And so our claims experience should ultimately be lower. I mean, I think that's the whole idea behind programs like.
You can also monitor who's getting new clothes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Who's in there working out.
That's right, that's right.
Okay.
And it's really just an attempt at removing an excuse for an employee. It's just one less obstacle. The gym membership is there. We're making it super accessible for you. And at that point, it's the responsibility of the employee to take advantage.
And offhand, do you know what gym brands are part of this? Like, are there several local in the Waco area, in the McLennan County area?
Yes, so it would include a lot of the major chains, so Crunch, Planet Fitness, Anytime Fitness. I don't have the full list, but
Oh, that's okay, that's okay. Those are well-known, yeah, okay, that's great. Okay.
There's one close to you as well, Commissioner.
Yep. All right, what's pleasure of the court?
I would make a motion that we approve this one pass program through United Healthcare and Optum.
Second.
All right, have a motion second. Any other discussion? No discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. See y'all at the gym. Okay.
Item N14, authorization of United Healthcare life insurance revisions and renewal. Anna?
Yes, so again, it is kind of insurance season here for HR, and so just another thing that we were able to iron out is the life insurance revisions and renewal for 2024. And so before you here is that renewal for, again, this is just life products. life insurance products for the county. And so there's two there's a couple, but the primary categories for our life products are our active employees and our retiree coverage. And the renewal includes an increase to the life rate for just retiree coverage. And so there in this renewal, we can see an increase of 15.7% for retiree coverage. And reason for that rate increase is related to loss ratio review of claims. So that's the information given to us by United Healthcare. There is no change to the rate for active employee coverage for life. And so that's for a basic life coverage for employees. And so that has been the only change. The renewal has been reviewed by both HR and Randy with Hub, and both HR and Randy with Hub are recommending the renewal, and if approved, it would take effect January 1st of 2024.
Okay. All right, any questions? What's the pleasure of the court?
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Thank you.
N15 is authorization of appointment to the City Center Board, and Commissioner Miller is the county's current representative. This would appoint her for a second term, and I believe she's the Vice President-elect for FY24. So Commissioner, did you want to add anything?
No, I think that covered it. I'm completing the third year of my first term. The county has three-year terms.
Right.
So this would just roll me back onto the board for my second 3-year term.
Okay. All right.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Under item O, Americans with Disabilities Compliance Project. O1 is authorization of professional services invoices with CP&Y doing business as STV. O1A is regarding the ADA study report for August. This invoice totals $799.75. It's been reviewed and recommended for approval. And then we also have O1B regarding the records building ADA renovations for August. This is the one specific to the records building, and it totals $6,544. That's both been reviewed and are recommended for approval.
Okay, I make a motion, we approve both invoices.
Second.
Have a motion, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.
Judge, that should take care of all the action items with the exception of the Bitcoin Depot item that we need to handle after executive session.
Okay, all right, I would like to go into executive session under which number on that one?
It would be 551.071.
All right. And staying in the meeting would be Dustin Chapman, Mike Dixon, Chief, David Ives, if he would like to be in it, up to y'all.
And I would like Gabe Price. Gabe Price is
I was just
there.
fixing to say that, Mike.
Okay, sorry.
That's right. And Gabe Price being in court. So anyone else? All right, thank you.
Are we gonna take a break? Are we taking a break?
Yeah, 10:48. is 11:15. Let's go back into regular session. I'd like to go to items N9, which is action on a resolution of Bitcoin depot litigation. So, Mike?
Yeah, so there's currently pending litigation. We believe that there's, in working with Bitcoin Depot, that there is a resolution that works for everyone, which involves a letter to be signed by the county judge on behalf of the county. And we'd ask that the resolution of the matter with Bitcoin Depot be approved, including authorizing the judge to sign the letter that was discussed, that to be sent to Bitcoin Depot.
Okay. All right. Any questions? If not, what's the pleasure of the court?
Make a motion to approve the resolution that our legal counsel, Mike Dixon, just read, giving the judge the authority to sign a letter to avoid any type of ongoing litigation.
Okay.
Second.
All right, I have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? Pass. Anything else, any unfinished agenda item business? All right. If not, it is 11:17. We stand adjourned.